Hello everyone, my name is Martijn and today I'm going to show you how to make a basic block. So the last time we showed you how to have your basic mod set up so that we can actually start doing some stuff, and today I'm going to show you how to make a basic block. So once again, all the code is on the website, so if you forgot how a line of code should be like, just go to the website and just copy and paste it basically. So let's go to idea. This is what we left off last time: pre-init, init and post-init. Now I already explained that blocks, items and stuff like worldjet go in the pre-init. So right now we do not have to worry about the init and about the post-init. So we're going to worry about the pre-init. Now we want to have a block added to the game. Now what I tend to do, what I like to do, is make a special class that's gonna hold all the blocks and a special class that holds all the items, so that they do not come in this main mod file, and so that your main mod file is a little bit cleaner. So I'm gonna create a class called mod blocks, and I need to create something to call. So inside mod blocks I'm gonna create the method init. So in IntelliJ, Alt-Enter will bring up this menu. In Eclipse, honestly, I have no idea. But just create a new class. Inside the package, blocks. So you might want to create a new package called blocks, and inside there the file modblocks. So that modblocks is going to be marked final, because we do not want people to change the blocks that we already have. We want them to be the same. So if we mark it final, no one else can change it. Cool, so I talked about that. We need something to call before, so we need to create that init method. So public static void init takes no parameters. There we go. So this will get loaded by the pre-init method, so this init will get called. Now what we need to do to make a block is first make a block field, and secondly assign the block field. So we're going to say public static block, and I'm going to call my block orange block. Now what does this mean? The public static should be familiar right now. What I do here is typecasting. This means that the orange block is gonna extend block. Now I want to import the class that I need. Again, on Eclipse is Ctrl-Shift-O, for IntelliJ it's Alt-Enter and then choose your option. So the orange block is going to be an instance of block. So everything that is in this block class, right here, can be used by our orange block. Once again, you do that by pressing Ctrl and then clicking with your left mouse button, and then you open up the class. So this is really useful if you want to read through it. It's a lot of code, but some of it is very useful. So again, the orange block will have everything that block has as well. But right now this orange block is null. It's empty. It doesn't have anything. So let's assign something to it so it has something. So the orange block is going to be whatever is defined in a class called orange block. So I'm going to create a new class called orange block, and whatever is in its constructor will be assigned to orange block. So I'm going to create that class inside the blocks package. So this public class orange block extends, and I'm going to delete this, block. Now I want to import this like that. Now it's going to throw an error because there's no default constructor available in net.minecraft.block.block. So we need to create a constructor for our orange block. So public orange block, and that's it. So that's the constructor that we're gonna use. Now it's still gonna throw an error because we need to give the block something. Public orange block, right? Right? So we need to give the block something. So if we open up the block class, you can see that if we scroll down a little bit, where is it? Ooh, a lot of code. Yeah. This is the constructor for the block, and if we go there, we see that that needs a material. So if we want to extend block, we need to give it a material. So how do we give this block a material? We call the super. So we type super, and within the parameters we're gonna say material dot and then anything that you want. I'm gonna use rock. So that's it. That's what we need to give block in order for that to be, yeah, well, happy actually. So no errors anymore, but there are still 1, 2, 3 things that we need to do. We need to set the name of this block. We need to set a creative tab so that we can find it back in the creative menu. And we need to register it. So let's go to the first item, first thing on the list. We need to set the block name. So if we just type that, this needs a string. But not any string. It needs to have the format mod ID underscore and then your block name. So what we're gonna do is call constants dot mod ID. Then we add a underscore, and then we add a name. Now you could hard code it in like this, but I'm no fan of that, as I said before. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a local field, public. String name is, I'm gonna call that orange block, like that, and it with a semicolon, and there we go. So now we set the block name. Now this is not the in-game name, so in-game it will not have this name, but this is what we can refer to in the code. Later in another tutorial Whoopi will explain how to set the actual in-game name, but for now this is the code name that we need to give it. So the next thing on the list is set the creative tab. So set creative tab, and this takes the parameter a creative tab. So creative tabs dot, and there are a lot of tabs. So choose one. I'm gonna use tab block like that and end with a semicolon. The last thing we need to do is register this block. So how do we do that? We call the class GameRegistry, and we call the method add block. Register block. Now this takes 2 parameters. First is a block type. So in this case I'm going to use the this word. That means that we are referring to this object, this block type. Second one is a name, and we're going to reuse this name right here. So that's everything that you need for your basic block. So let's now run Minecraft and see if it's actually in. Now again, the block will not have the right name, but also not the right texture. We do not have a texture made for it yet, so it will have the purple and black texture. But in a later tutorial we will fix that, of course. So just waiting till Minecraft starts up. There we go. We're gonna enter our world, and there we go. I already took it, but if we scroll down in this menu all the way, you can see that right here we have our own block. So tell tutorial orange underscore orange block dot name is the name of our block right now, and the texture is the well famous purple and black, or pink and black, whatever you want to call it. So that's how to create the most basic block. In later tutorials we will continue with developing this block. So the next tutorial will be made by Whoopi about items, and I hope to see you then.